The Grand Theft Auto 5 gameplay trailer just came out, and I want to talk about it because I'm extremely excited to play this game. I've had it pre-ordered for a long time, and we're just getting closer. That final semester of school for me is going to be very painful, and my grades will probably suffer, but it's okay because I get to live in Los Santos for a while. This gameplay video was really cool, very impressive because it looks beautiful. It really does. It looks great, and it's all in-game footage. Even the little multiplayer teaser that they show at the end, where it's going crazy, you see helicopters and jets flying all over the place. Even that is supposed to be in-game footage, so that's awesome. Incredible to see. To talk about the landscapes and every area you can go, it's awesome because it looks so diverse. They show these huge mountains, areas, they'll just have a nice little bridge surrounded by the mountains and some woods. I think that's really cool. It looks awesome. Some of those areas might get a little bit boring after a while, but they're fun to be able to go to and fun to have missions in that area, like the trailer park example, especially going back to previous games before, like San Andreas, where you would go into that kind of trailer park, country-ish area. That was a fun string of missions that you were involved with. So it'll be fun to see something kind of like that again if they go down that road. They also had the oceans, which was, I don't know, it's cool. I kind of paused because I think it looks awesome, but I don't know if I want to spend a lot of time underwater. They had this like big, it looks like a cruise ship or like a freight ship or something that was sunk, and you can kind of go to it, I'm guessing, investigate, maybe you'll find something cool, but Grand Theft Auto isn't the kind of game that really rewards you for going and exploring something. I'm sure there'll be some like hidden Easter eggs or something down there, but it's not like there's loot or treasure down there that you're really going to get and be able to use. We got to see a little bit of the three characters and the exchange between the characters. In the missions, I think this is incredible. I think this will be a lot of fun. It'll be very beneficial. You can kind of get better vantage points on certain enemies or clear areas for yourself or whatever. I think it's going to be great, it's going to be fun, and it's going to be unique. The thing I don't like about it, I kind of go back and forth, I guess. When you're actually outside of missions, they showed some of that where like you're focused on one guy and then you zoom out. You zoom out a little bit by a little bit, then you go over, and this is basically your load screen. It was pretty fast. It shifts over on the map to where the other person is, zooms in, then you are that person. You take over exactly where they were seconds before, you made that transition. This has one advantage to me, and that's it's a easy transportation across the map. Maybe you're in the very south end, you want to go further north, you can switch to someone which maybe they're not that much further north. It's just gonna, I don't know if you can see them on the map and see, like, maybe I want to switch over there, maybe I don't. I don't know. That's still to be seen. We probably won't see that until we actually are playing the game. But the thing that kind of makes that point a little, I don't know, not that relevant is the fact that you have all your money, all your weapons, your car, or whatever with one character, then you switch over. That character's not going to just take the weapons from Franklin. He's not going to take the money from Franklin or anything. So, I don't know. It's a nice thing to be able to do to switch around the map fast. It's almost like a fast travel, but only you have little control over it. You just don't get to keep your guns or anything. So, if you are not using cheat codes, which I don't really want to use cheat codes the first time I play this game, so, I don't know. There's a good and a bad to it. Honestly, I think after playing the game for a few weeks, I will probably never really use the switch between characters except for to move around the map. It'll be a cool mechanic. Will just be, it won't be new anymore. The novelty will wear out. They showed some fun little mini games. Basically, you could customize your cars, and the customizing cars was really cool. Those cars looked awesome, first of all. Expensive as hell, probably. But they looked cool. It looked like a genuine racing game with the way the cars looked, the customizing worked. They showed some hunting. You can go hunting, which is cool because we've never really had animals in a Grand Theft Auto game before. So I think it'll be really fun. They showed a deer looking at you while you're looking at it, basically trying to hunt it and shoot it. They got some golf, tennis, bike riding. They showed all sorts of things. I guess you can do yoga too, is kind of what it looks like. I mean, these are things that you're probably going to ignore or do once or twice, and then it'll be done, and you'll never touch it again. But it's kind of a cool thing to have, I guess, for those few moments you want to do it. A couple things about fighting, shooting, combat. They showed a little bit, not tons of it, so I don't know how improved the cover mechanic really is. I really hope it kind of takes after the Last of Us cover mechanic of just, you go up to something, you're in cover. You don't have to constantly be pressing buttons to get in the cover, because I don't think that really works well in Grand Theft Auto 4. They had a blind shot, which is awesome, because there was a guy right on top of him, and he just reaches over and shoots him. He doesn't have to get up, start aiming, get shot a few times. That was nice. Nice little addition. But the best part is the gun dial. They showed a gun dial, which, notice one issue, it really kind of limited the amount of guns you can have. They had less guns than you would normally have. At least it looked like that to me. I might be wrong. It might have just been a first impression. I've only watched the video a few times. It looked like there was less guns, but maybe not. It's just really nice to be able to open up that dial, immediately switch your gun, and then keep going, instead of having to, cycle through all your guns and go, oh, I missed it. Oh, I gotta go back. That was always a huge pain, especially when you're fighting. So, awesome. I'm excited for that. I haven't seen any cell phones. So I don't know if that's going to still be there or if they're going to take that out, but so far I have not seen a single cell phone being used by a character. In the actual story, they have options for how you can do your missions. I think that'll be a lot of fun. I think a lot of people kind of are spoiled by choices now, and they expect choices in every single game. And I think that having the choices, you can go in guns blazing, you can go in maybe a little stealthier, use different people, different ideas, different things to kind of block the way or whatever. I think that's really nice. It's a good thing to have. It's going to be interesting because it adds replay value, but at the same time, am I going to be able, do I have to go through the entire game again, or can I choose to replay missions? I think it would be a cool mechanic if they added it in to where you could just, from the start menu maybe, or from the main menu, just choose to do a mission that was fun and do it again. Maybe do it in a different way. Or maybe you can choose to do, because it's broken up into different heists, maybe you can choose, I want to do this heist again. And you do the whole string, gathering up the masks, finding your people, any equipment you need, planning it again so you can do the whole thing again and do it in a different way without having to go through the entire game one more time. I guess you could just create different save files and do it that way, but it would be nice if they made it easy on us. The only issue I have with the options is it going to be obvious? I know there's a lot of hand-holding in games nowadays, and I don't think that's a good thing, but there might be really nice things about these missions that you might completely miss unless you have a strategy guide or you're online looking at forums, walkthroughs, or something. I don't really want to miss out on things that are really, nice. So they showed a guy who was kind of advising them, saying you have two options, as I see it. You can go in dumb or you can go in smart, and kind of describe the things. So something like that would be nice, somebody to suggest things, or maybe your characters will interact with each other, and you come up with an idea, and someone says, why don't we try it this way? Let's do this instead. I think that'll be nice, because it gives you different options. You can kind of look at things outside of your own immediate perspective, and judge what will be best or the most fun. After you finish your missions, and your heists, you get your money, and you get to spend that money, obviously. Some things are a little obvious, like your clothes, your guns, cars, your tattoos, which I'm glad they brought the tattoos back. That's nice. Or you can invest in housing, which is always expected, but it made it seem like it was a little nicer now. Or investments in companies, stocks, bonds. I think that's a cool addition because, I don't know, I feel like as Michael and getting into Michael's character, he would invest his money in a company, as opposed to somebody else who might be more interested in tattoos, or, Trevor, I think, would be the tattoo guy. Franklin, I kind of view Franklin as a guy who's going to want tons of cars, tons of nice stuff, tangible stuff. So I think it'll be cool to kind of play as the different guys and spend the money according to their characters. It's just a fun little role-playing element. I think it'll be fun to see. It'll be fun to see how the stocks and bonds market work. Maybe listening to the radio will kind of tip you off on certain things, or maybe your missions. Maybe you steal stuff from a company that you had invested in. You might want to get your money out of there fast. You know, get your money out of there before you do a heist on that company and they start plummeting their stock. It's just a cool little feature. I'm really excited for this game. It is a Game of the Year candidate. It's really going to be competing with The Last of Us for me, personally. So it's going to be a ton of fun, and I expect to spend the entire final semester of college not doing anything and just playing this game. So, you know, C's get degrees. That's a horrible way to end this video.